The playoffs continuing. We're into the quarterfinals, you know. Can you feel the pressure building even more as we go towards that ultimate prize, that big trophy, and a check for $100,000? Well, I'm just making that one up. Alrighty. Patriots of Sackets Harbor, are you ready? Yes. Raiders of Lowville, are you ready? And I know you are out there. Welcome to Whiz Quiz.
Production funding for Whiz Quiz is provided by Jefferson Lewis Boces, St. Lawrence Lewis Boces, Jefferson Community College, Samaritan Medical Center, the Northern New York Community Foundation, St. Lawrence Federal Credit Union, and Front Porch Realty. Additional funding is provided in part by the Adirondack Experience, the View Center for Arts and Culture, IBEW Local 910, and O'Reilly Auto Parts of Watertown and Carthage. Scholarships for winning Whiz Quiz teams are provided in part by National Grid, Stewart's Shops, New York Air Brake, Iroquois, and the following fraternal and civic organizations.
Alrighty, once again, welcome to Whiz Quiz. I'm your host, Mel Busler. It is a pleasure to have you with us tonight. We have two great schools opening up the quarterfinal round. Nice to have them with us, and it's great to have you with us. We appreciate your support for public television, your membership, your viewership, all the ships. We appreciate it. Thank you for being here this evening. Alrighty. You know the drill. You guys have done it a lot over the last number of weeks. Sackets Harbor, I want you to give me your first and last name and tell me a little bit about yourself. We're going to begin with Lily.
Hi, I'm Lily Green. I'm a senior, and this is my second year on Whiz Quiz.
Very good. Next to Lily is Mateo. Hi, Mateo.
Hi, I'm Mateo Dalpi. I'm a senior, and Drake May is my favorite NFL player.
Drake May. Very good. Isaiah.
Hi, my name is Isaiah. I'm a senior at Sackets Harbor, and I have a fish tank with a lot of shrimp in it.
Very good. Artem, nice to have you with us.
Hi, I'm Artem. I'm a senior, and did you know that you can find your phone number in the digits of my number?
Oh, very good. All righty, we move over to Lowville. Braden.
Hi, I'm Braden Gillette. I'm a senior, and I'm in the select chorus.
Very good. Next to Braden is Josh. Hi, Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh Weiler. I'm a senior, and I'm in the jazz band.
And Anthony.
I'm Anthony LaPuma. I'm a senior, and I'm in the select chorus.
Very good. Last but not least, Ira. Nice to have you with us.
Hi, my name is Ira Blauville. I'm a junior, and I'm also in the select chorus.
Okay, now both these teams realize that they couldn't do this without great advisors, and we have them with us once again this evening. First off, for Sackets Harbor, Leanne Montroy and Jonna St. Croix. Both are in the house. Woohoo! And for Lowville, Jackson Hyde is here once again. Hi, Jackson. Alrighty, folks, let's move right into our first round with Smart Start. Smart Start, the teams are individually asked questions. The other team cannot answer the question. 5 seconds are given to teammates to consult with each other and ring in to give an answer. There's no penalty for a wrong answer. Questions are worth 10 points each. Good luck. Alrighty, we'll begin with Sackets Harbor. We have a history question for you. Which ancient civilization is credited with the creation of the first known alphabet? Time is up. The Phoenicians. Phoenicians, what we're looking for. Alrighty, we move over to Lowville. History question. The Pythagorean theorem is attributed to which ancient civilization? Ira, Lowville.
The Greeks.
That is correct, Greece. All righty, we move to arts, back to Sackett's Harbor. What color is made by mixing all primary colors? Isaiah, Sackett's Harbor.
Brown.
Brown is correct. All righty. Arts question, we move over to Lowville. Which texture appears shiny or reflective? Ira, Lowville.
Smooth.
That is incorrect. We're looking for glossy. Glossy is what we're looking for. Alrighty, Sackett's Harbor science question. What tool is used to look at tiny objects or cells? Isaiah, Sackett's Harbor.
A microscope.
Microscope is correct. Science question for Lowville. What tool is used to transfer small amounts of liquid? Braden, Lowville.
Pipette. The pipette.
That is correct. Very good. Math question. We move back to Sackett's Harbor. A movie started at 2:15 p.m. and ended at 4 p.m. How long was it? Artem, Sackett's Harbor.
1 hour, 45 minutes.
That is correct. Math question for Lowville. A car travels 180 miles in 3 hours. What is its average speed? Ira, Lowville.
60 miles an hour.
That is correct. We move on. Back to Sackett's Harbor history question. What wars united Greek city-states against a common enemy? Isaiah, Sackett's Harbor.
Persian Wars.
Persian Wars is correct. History question for Lowville. What war led to the decline of Greek city-states? Braden, Lowville.
Wars between Athens and Sparta.
That is incorrect. We're looking for the Peloponnesian War. Alrighty, arts, back to Sackett's Harbor. What tool is used to draw fine lines in pen and ink art? Mateo, Sackett's Harbor.
A ruler.
That is incorrect. We're looking for a nib. Nib is what we're looking for. Arts question. We move to Lowville. What do you call a planned combination of elements in art? Ira, Lowville.
A mixture.
That is incorrect. We're looking for composition, the exact term, composition. Alrighty, science question. We move back to Sackett's Harbor. What is a testable explanation called? Isaiah, Sackett's Harbor.
A hypothesis.
Hypothesis is correct. We move to science and we move to Lowville. What do you call facts gathered during an experiment? Ira, Lowville.
Observations.
That is incorrect. We're looking for data. Data is what we're looking for. Alrighty. Math question, back to Sackett's Harbor. What is the probability of flipping 3 heads with 3 coin flips? Artem, Sackett's Harbor.
1 sec. 1/2.
That is incorrect. We're looking for 1/8 or 12.5%. Alrighty. Math question. We go to Lowville. What is the range of 4, 8, 2, 10, 6? Ira, Lowville.
8.
8 is correct. Alrighty. Let's check the scoreboard after the first round. And it's a close one. Sackett's Harbor leads Lowville by a score of 50-40. You guys are on fire. I'm so-so. Let's go to round 2, one-on-one. One-on-one, each individual player is matched up against corresponding position players on the other team. If a student gets the answer wrong, the opposing student has a chance to answer. No consultation allowed. Questions are worth 10 points each. And we're going to begin with Lily and Braden. History question, what was the name of the new government formed by the Third Estate? Time is up. The National Assembly. National Assembly, what we're looking for. Alrighty, we move to arts and we move to Mateo and Josh. What type of symmetry mirrors an image on both sides? Time is up. Bilateral. Bilateral. Science question. Isaiah and Anthony. What process allows cells to release energy without oxygen? Isaiah, Sackett's Harbor.
Anabolic respiration.
That is incorrect. Anthony?
An anaerobic reaction.
Now we're looking for fermentation. Fermentation. All righty, math question. Artem, Ira, pick up your pencils. You invest $2,000 at 4% interest for 1 year. What is the interest earned? Ira, Lowville.
$50.
That is incorrect. Artem?
$80.
$80 is correct. All righty. We move back to Lily and Braden. History question. Which Native American leader allied with the British during the War of 1812? Time is up. Tecumseh. Tecumseh. Arts question. Mateo and Josh. Which artist is famous for cutting paper collages in his later life? Time is up. Henri Matisse. Just showing off there. All righty. Science question. Isaiah and Anthony. What type of galaxy is the Milky Way? Isaiah, Sackett's Harbor.
A spiral galaxy.
Spiral is correct. Math question for Artem and Ira. What is 25% of 80? Artem, Sackett's Harbor.
20.
20 is correct. All righty. We go back to Lily and Braden. History question. An economy based on customs, traditions, and beliefs is known as what? Time is up. Traditional economy. Traditional economy. Arts question. Mateo and Josh. Who wrote White Fang? Time is up. Jack London. Jack London is the answer. All righty. Isaiah and Anthony, science question. What element needs only 2 valence electrons to be stable? Anthony, Lowville.
Carbon.
That is incorrect. Isaiah?
Sorry, noble gas.
We're looking for hydrogen. Hydrogen is what we're looking for. Alrighty, math question for Artem and Ira. What is the next perfect square after 36? Ira, Lowville.
49.
49 is correct. Alrighty, let's check the score after that round. And Sackett's Harbor leads Lowville by a score of 80 to 50. Alrighty, we're on a roll. Let's move on to round 3. No and tell. Are directed at both teams. If a team gets an answer wrong, the other team is permitted to answer. Consultation with team members are allowed. Questions are worth 10 points. The third question in a set is a bonus question that can be answered by either team. Bonus questions are worth 15 points. We begin with history. What was the term for the rules and tests used to stop black people from voting in the South? Ira, Lowville.
Jim Crow laws.
That is correct. Alrighty, history question. What musical style was used by many civil rights activists to inspire and unite protesters? Lily, Sackett's Harbor.
Jazz.
That is incorrect. Lowville. Braden.
Rock.
No, that's incorrect. We're looking for gospel music or freedom songs. Alrighty, history bonus question worth 15 points. What year did Martin Luther King Jr. win the Nobel Peace Prize? Ira, Lowville.
1968.
That is incorrect. Sackett's Harbor.
66.
1964. is what we're looking for, 1964. Arts question, what war is the setting for the Red Badge of Courage? Ira, Lowville.
World War II.
That is incorrect. Sackett's Harbor. Mateo.
World War One.
No, we're looking for the American Civil War. American Civil War. Arts question, who is the main character of the Red Badge of Courage? Time is up. Henry Fleming. Henry Fleming. Arts bonus question worth 15 points. What does the red badge in the story actually represent? Braden, Lowville.
A gunshot wound?
Yes, a wound. Very good. Science question. What do similar embryos in different species suggest? Isaiah, Sackett's Harbor.
They suggest a common ancestor.
That is correct. Science question. A species gene pool changes over time during what process? Ira, Lowville.
Evolution.
Evolution is correct. Science bonus question worth 15 points. In terms of evolution, what can geographic isolation lead to? Isaiah, Sackett's Harbor.
A genetic drift.
That is correct. We move to math. Expand the following to standard form. The quantity x minus 5 times the quantity x plus 2. Artem, Sackett's Harbor.
X squared minus 3x minus 10.
That is correct. Alrighty. Math question. Simplify. The quantity 3x squared times the quantity negative 2x. Artem, Sackett's Harbor.
Negative 6x cubed.
That is correct. Math bonus question worth 15 points. Factor x squared plus 5x plus 6. Ira, Lowville.
X plus 2 times x plus 3.
That is correct. We move on. History. Who was the English king at the start of the 100 Years' War? Time is up. Edward III. Alrighty. History question. Who were the main combatants in the 100 Years' War? Isaiah, Sackett's Harbor.
The British and the French.
That is correct. History bonus question worth 15 points. Which famous French heroine helped turn Isaiah, Sackett's Harbor?
Joan of Arc.
Joan of Arc. That's correct. Arts. Which American composer is known for writing Appalachian Spring? Josh, Lowville.
Copeland.
That is correct, Aaron Copland. Arts question. Who composed the opera Porgy and Bess? Josh, Lowville.
Gershwin.
Gershwin is correct. Arts bonus question, worth 15 points. Who wrote The Stars and Stripes Forever? Josh, Lowville.
Sousa.
John Philip Sousa is correct. That is the end of that round. Let's check the scoreboard. Sackett's Harbor leads Lowville by a 150 to 135 score. We've got a close matchup. Well, in case you've missed a match this season or last year or even back a few years, it's easy to go back. All you have to do is go online, watch.wpbstv.org. Now let's move on to round 4. Think fast. In this round, either team can answer a question. If your team gets the answer wrong, the other team gets the next question exclusively. Consultation is allowed. Questions are worth 10 points each. Alrighty, history question. Who was the Italian merchant and explorer who traveled to China? Matteo, Sackett's Harbor.
Marco Polo.
Marco Polo. Yes, you're right. Arts question. What type of photo art captures real life, unstaged moments? Braden, Lowville.
Candid.
Candid photography is correct. Science question. What is the English meaning of the medical term encephalo? Anthony, Lowville.
Brain.
Brain is correct. Alrighty, folks, we got a math question. It's going to be on screen. Pick up your pencils, look at the screen. Given f of x is 2x squared minus 1 and g of x is x plus 1, find f of g of x. Artem, Sackett's Harbor.
2x squared plus 2x plus 3.
That is incorrect. It's 2x squared plus 4x plus 1 is what we're looking for. That means Lowville gets this exclusive question. History. Name the Roman who was kidnapped into slavery as a young boy and who was sent to convert to the Irish to Christianity. Time is up. St. Patrick. St. Patrick, what we're looking for. Arts question. What tool is used to roll ink in printmaking? Time is up. A brayer or a roller? Science question. What type of heat transfer moves air in the atmosphere? Ira, Lowville.
Convection.
Convection is correct. Math question. The derivative of x to the 5th power is? Ira, Lowville.
5x to the 4th.
That is correct. We move on. History. This term defines a system of political organization in which most or all of the governing power resides in a centralized government. Isaiah, Sackett's Harbor.
Federation.
That is incorrect. It is unitary system. Unitary system. What we're looking for, that means that Lowville gets this arts question exclusively. What do you call colors like pink, peach, and mint? Braden, Lowville.
Tints.
That is incorrect. We're looking for pastels. Pastels. Science question. What is the shape of Earth's orbit? Ira, Lowville.
An ellipse.
That is correct. Math question. If a data set has a small standard deviation, are the data points generally close or far? Ira, Lowville.
Close together.
That is correct. History question. What term describes citizens' rights and freedoms protected by law? Mateo, Sackett's Harbor.
Natural rights.
That is incorrect. Civil liberties is what we're looking for. That means that Lowville gets this arts question exclusively. What is the term for clay that is dried slightly but is still workable? Anthony, Lowville.
Malleable.
That is incorrect. We're looking for leather hard. Leather hard is what we're looking for. Science question. In which organelle does translation occur? Anthony, Lowville.
The nucleus.
That is incorrect. We're looking for ribosome. And this is the last question. It'll be an exclusive one for Sackett's Harbor. Math question. If a card is drawn from a standard deck, what is the probability of drawing a card that is not a spade? Artem, Sackett's Harbor.
75%.
That is correct. That is the end of that round. That is the end of competition for the night. Let's see. Lowville has defeated Sackett's Harbor by a score of 195 to 170. That means that Lowville will be moving on to further competition. Congratulations to both teams. Excellent job. Join us next time as Indian River takes on Thousand Island. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great night.
Production funding for Whiz Quiz is provided by Jefferson Lewis Boces, St. Lawrence Lewis Boces, Jefferson Community College, Samaritan Medical Center, the Northern New York Community Foundation, St. Lawrence Federal Credit Union, and Front Porch Realty. Additional funding is provided in part by the Adirondack Experience, the View Center for Arts and Culture, IBEW Local 910, and O'Reilly Auto Parts of Watertown and Carthage. Scholarships for winning Whiz Quiz teams are provided in part by National Grid, Stewart's Shops, New York Air Brake, Iroquois, and the following fraternal and civic organizations.